Hello, it's Olivia from Style Factory here, your go-to resource for business app reviews. In this Gelato review, I'm going to walk you through the key advantages of using this popular print-on-demand platform and the key disadvantages of doing so. So stay tuned as I help you find out whether it's the right fit for your POD business. Okay, let's start with the main advantages of using the platform. 1. It's very easy to use. Of all the print-on-demand platforms I've tested, Gelato is arguably the easiest to use. Its product designer in particular is really intuitive. It gives you plenty of control over text, layout, and background removal without things ever becoming complicated. It lets you work with common file formats like JPEG, PNG, SVG, HEC, and PDF, and adding custom fonts is straightforward too. But what makes Gelato really easy to use is the way it doesn't force you to choose a print supplier for every product. With some competing platforms like Printify, you can't sell any products until you've manually chosen a print provider from a large list of suppliers. But Gelato automatically assigns print providers on your behalf. This is a massive time saver and great for POD beginners. 2. Its personalization features are excellent. Gelato has a feature for Shopify and Etsy merchants that makes it super easy for your store visitors to customize their own products. This comes in the form of a personalization studio that lets your customers manipulate product designs by adding their own text or photos to them. Other customizations like color changes are also possible, and the setup process for this is impressively simple. You choose which parts of your design customers can edit, set some simple design rules, and Gelato handles the rest. Gelato is also a good option for sellers that want to ensure their brand is highly visible on their POD products. It lets merchants make use of custom packaging inserts and stickers, along with inner neck, outer neck, and sleeve printing. Some competing tools, especially Printify, are not as flexible here. 3. The product quality is good. For the purposes of this review, I placed a selection of sample orders with Gelato, including the t-shirt I'm wearing now. I also bought some framed prints and a phone case. In all cases, the delivery was prompt and the product quality was good. I was especially impressed with the framed print. The print quality was excellent and the photo I used in the design looked really vibrant in the frame provided. The phone case was the only item where I felt there was a bit of room for improvement. The print quality was good, but there were 2 white stripes at the top and bottom of the case that were not present in my design. I contacted Gelato about this and they were quick to send out a replacement. 4. It's a great option for sustainability-conscious sellers. Print on demand is generally less wasteful than traditional retail because with this model, products are only made after they're ordered. But Gelato takes things further by focusing heavily on local fulfillment. Unlike some competing POD solutions, it doesn't rely on just a few printing suppliers to fulfill products globally, but instead makes use of hundreds of manufacturing partners located all around the world. All this can reduce shipping distances, cut delivery times, and lower the environmental impact associated with transporting goods. For merchants, this can mean fewer cross-border shipping headaches, fewer duty-related issues, and a better delivery experience for international customers. 5. Its products are priced competitively. When comparing product prices, I found that Gelato was generally competitive with key rivals Printful and Printify. This is significant because sustainability-focused e-commerce solutions often come with higher costs. It's good that Gelato gives merchants access to local production and quicker fulfillment without having to accept much lower profit margins. Additionally, Gelato's product listings show costs and shipping fees clearly, and its paid plans include a useful price navigator tool that helps you compare product costs, shipping fees, and likely margins across different countries and currencies. This is really useful for e-commerce merchants who want to scale their business internationally. It's also worth highlighting that Gelato's paid plan unlocks pretty generous product discounts. Merchants on the Gelato Plus plan can get a reduction of up to 33% on their orders. If you're a high-volume seller, this discount could prove extremely valuable. 6. It can be used for free. Gelato offers a free plan that lets you create and sell products without paying a monthly subscription fee. This gives you access to Gelato's global production network, its product design tools, and the ability to sell an unlimited number of products. I've put a link to this free plan in the video description. Gelato also gives you a 14-day free trial of its premium features. This lets you test its personalization studio, price navigator, premium, mockup, and branded label features before committing to a paid plan. You'll find a link to this trial in the video description too. Okay, so those are the main reasons to use Gelato. But where does it fall short? I'll come to that in just a moment, but before I do, I'd like to invite you to like this video and subscribe or follow wherever you're watching it. This will give you easy access to all our print-on-demand resources going forward. Okay, now let's look at the disadvantages of using Gelato. 1. Its product catalog is smaller than those of some rivals. Gelato's product catalog will be absolutely fine for many merchants. It caters to all the main print-on-demand categories, including apparel, wall art, drinkware, and stationery. But that said, the range of items offered is a bit smaller than those of some rivals. For context, Gelato's product range contains 400 items, while Printify's offers around 1,300. If you want to sell more niche items like stickers, blankets, mouse pads, key rings, or umbrellas, you may need to look in the direction of another POD solution. 2. Gelato integrates with fewer e-commerce platforms than some competitors. Gelato connects with the main e-commerce platforms most sellers care about, including Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce, Wix, Squarespace, and BigCommerce. But if you're using a less well-known platform or marketplace, you may need to rely on third-party workarounds like OrderDesk to sell with Gelato, and that can add extra costs. Competing platforms, especially Printful, tend to offer more choices here. 3. It doesn't let you build a standalone store. To sell the products you make with Gelato, you'll need to connect it to an e-commerce platform like Shopify or an online marketplace like Etsy. By contrast, platforms like Printify and Printful give you access to simple store builders that let you start selling without having to integrate a separate e-commerce platform. To be clear, these built-in storefronts are fairly basic, but they can be useful for beginners who just want to test a product idea quickly. 4. Its sample order process needs improvement. Gelato offers a generous first order discount for new users, but it doesn't provide a way to order discounted samples after that. So if you regularly test new products and designs, you may find platforms with ongoing sample discounts more convenient. 5. There are better options available for embroidery. Gelato's embroidery features are solid, and they'll be fine for plenty of merchants. But they limit you to working with just 6 thread colors, chosen from a predefined palette. This restricts your options when it comes to creating colorful or gradient-based designs. Other platforms offer a lot more flexibility here. Okay, so those are the pros and cons of Gelato. Now, it's verdict time. Overall, Gelato is one of the most polished print-on-demand platforms I've tested. It's easy to use, great for product personalization, and can be used for free. For me, though, its local production model is its major strength, especially if sustainability, fast delivery, and simpler international fulfillment are priorities for your business. That said, it won't be the best choice for everyone. If you want the biggest possible product catalog, full control over production partners, or more advanced embroidery options, competing solutions may suit you better. But if you're a seller looking for a print-on-demand platform that's easy to manage, internationally scalable, and sensibly priced, Gelato is absolutely worth a look. If you'd like to try it out, you'll find links to Gelato's free plans and trials in the video description. If you'd like to learn more about Gelato, we have an even deeper dive into the platform available on our website. To find this, just Google Style Factory Gelato Review. And finally, if you have any questions about Gelato, just drop them in the comments. We read them all and will do our best to help.